I've been looking forward to this for 10 months.
I'm so excited. It was like Christmas morning this morning. I can't wait.
Hey everyone, Dana Leslie here. We are back at Universal Studios, Florida. Tonight is September 1st, the opening night of Halloween Horror Nights. Universal has invited us to the media event. We're gonna have so much fun.
I am beyond excited to see these houses. We have been waiting for so long for these. I'm ready.
Universal Studios Florida shuts down every evening for Halloween Horror Nights. Halloween Horror Nights does not go on Mondays and Tuesdays, except for Halloween night this year is on a Tuesday. So Wednesday through Sunday nights, it shuts down every night at 5, kicks everybody out of the parks unless you have a Stay at Scream pass. We are checking into the media event at 5:30. But it is 4:15. We're gonna try to sneak in and get a sneak peek at the tribute store prior to leaving the park and checking in for the media event. Whew.
We want to buy all our merch and then take it back to the car so we don't have to carry it around all night.
Yes. Again, 4:15, the line is starting to form over here outside the gate for the opening ceremonies. It opens at 6:30, so over 2 hours away. Driving in today, parking was a challenge. The line to get in for parking was long. There's a big bottleneck for paying for parking. It was about 15 minutes once we got in the line, but after that, security was a breeze. Everything was great. We were walking past through the new Minions land, past VillainCon, headed to the location of the tribute store. It is back in the original location that it used to be, back in New York, and hopefully it is 4:20. They're gonna kick everybody out here in 40 minutes, so hopefully we can get a peek at the tribute store, maybe even buy some merch prior to Halloween Horror Nights starting. So walking into the tribute store, the theme is a comic book. So the team that created the tribute store in this location has 4 rooms to work with, and they are fabulous. So everything is set inside of a comic book. If I'm not mistaken, they actually have a real comic book that is telling the story of the tribute store itself. This is actually a great time to come because a lot of people are leaving, a lot of people are lining up and staying in Scream zones, and the tribute store is relatively empty in here. So let's look around.
We always love to get these little like pint glasses from these events. I'm really hoping that they have a wine glass. Don't disappoint me, Universal. But this one is the little beer glass from this year. It is so cool, all themed after Dr. Oddfellow. This one is $15.
Here is the comic book that tells the story of the tribute store. It is called Tribute to Terror. It's actually really fun. No idea how much it is. Going from the first to the second room, this is amazing. They have this Schuster Brothers Private Investigations window that's got projections on it. You feel like you're walking inside of a comic book. This is fantastic. Entering the rain room, you've got some projections, not only on the walls close to the ceiling back here, but also on the floor. Look, it looks like rain is dropping on puddles, like there's water standing in the floor. This is really well done. Uh-oh, what did we find?
This makes me think of Eddie, and I love it.
That is really cool, but when would you ever wear this in Florida?
I would not probably ever wear it. I don't think I'm buying it, but I love it.
How much is it?
I think it's
$90.
Yeah.
All right. You are obviously going to get a lot of the theming for the houses in here. So we've got Stranger Things merchandise back here. Nope. So we've got Last of Us merchandise back here. We've got Exorcist. We've got Chucky. We've got Stranger Things with Surfer Boy pizza stuff. I love that they put the tribute store in its own story of being a comic book, because then they can put all the different merch in all of the different places. So like more Stranger Things, like Hellfire Club t-shirts and glasses here across from the Vecna mug. So Leslie found this one from another walkthrough for some Stranger Things merch that got released in City Walk earlier this week. This is $25. That is super cool.
I already have two new Stranger Things shirts this year, but I also really love this one, the Surfer Boy Pizza. And then on the back it says delivered hot to your door and has the telephone number. But then I also am gonna have to get this coffee mug.
So every year that they do the tribute store in this building, you can pay to put your likeness on whatever theming they are doing in this hallway between rooms 2 and 3. This year, it is the comic books. The next room, we are in a diner scene. This is Jim's Diner, and it is also, ironically, where they are serving the snacks that you can get from the snack case at Halloween Horror Nights. I love this scene behind me, though. Like, that's fantastic.
It's a terrifying devil-looking thing that is, I don't know, a bartender?
Okay, and then the last room is where you pay. It's got a lot of great theming in here.
It's all about Jack the Ripper in here, and the end scene down here that Dan's gonna capture for you guys here in a minute is incredible.
It's really cool. Tribute store is awesome. It's starting to rain. We gotta get out of this park, get this stuff back to the car, then get back over here to check in for the media event. Hopefully this rain passes through quickly.
So much for my hair.
So much for Florida. Here it is. Florida life. Everybody's lining up in these stay and scream areas and hunkering down for what's about to come through. Does it work? Oh my gosh, the rain has kind of subsided. It's a lot better than it was, that's for sure. We have checked into the media event. We're headed back to Soundstage 33, and we will divide up from there.
Oh my goodness, so Dr. Oddfellow just came in, and it was incredible. I am so pumped. They went through all the houses, like talked about them. We got to hear from one of the creators of like the Last of Us video game, like from forgive me, the studio that made the game. But it was just so awesome. Like, I'm pumped. I'm ready to go see these houses.
First house is going to be Blood Moon Dark Offerings. So this is a very interesting house. We've never really done anything like this before. So we're going to go back to colonial 1600s. There's going to be colonies of people, and these colonies are struggling, and the struggle is making these people do crazy things.
I've actually been really looking forward to, miss the rain puddles, I've actually been really looking forward to this house because of the Universal Halloween Horror Nights podcast. The backstory for this house was amazing.
It was really, really good.
Now, our tour guide said that there was a clock tower that you could see the entire way through the house, which is weird because it's set in colonial times, right?
Yeah.
Were there a lot of clock towers in colonial times?
Can't imagine that there were.
I don't know. Anyway, we are headed there. Can't wait for this one.
They killed Mommy and Daddy.
Not a clock tower, a bell tower.
Bell tower.
Very, very different. So what'd you think?
Okay, so that one was pretty good. There was a lot of really good jump scares and some really cool tricks and effects.
I really like that one. I thought it was true to the story. It's all about this cult in colonial times that is killing everybody that does not worship the blood moon and make sacrifices to the blood moon.
All the false-hearted.
It was well done.
Very well done.
Anyway, 1 down, 9 to go. Let's do this.
We go inside this house. We have become victims, new victims.
Next up is what I've been looking forward to since they announced it. Stranger Things 4. I can't wait to see Vecna. I'm so excited. I love this franchise.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Wake up, Chrissy! Chrissy, wake up! Chrissy!
Yeti's amazing, and Vecna, multiple Vecnas.
Oh my gosh,
so
the
good.
whole, like, Puppet Master song. Oh my god, I can't even think of it right now.
Master of Puppets.
Thank you. It was so good.
That was crazy good. Did not disappoint. Stranger Things season 4, awesome. Next up is Exorcist Believer. It is so loud in here. I don't really know anything about this, so it's based off of the movie that hasn't even come out yet. That comes out in like 6 weeks. I don't.
My understanding is that 2 little girls get lost in the woods, and when they return, they are not the same.
They are possessed. Anyway.
We're gonna walk through
This is like we just came through this area to the other 2 houses and they turned all the house lights on, which is a little strange. I guess it's better to film without the blue lights, but anyway, I don't know. This was not the house that I was most excited for. I don't know. This one in Chucky, I'm kind of like meh. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
You ready?
No.
why I love Halloween Horror Nights is the story behind everything, and everything else I can get into the story. And I've seen the original Exorcist, but I have not seen the new Exorcist. So I can't get into this story. Like, nothing in there made sense to me. They're billing it as like a preview for the movie that hasn't come out yet, but you don't get any backstory, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, is that they couldn't even tell us a backstory because the movie hasn't come out yet.
Right. So anyway, so that is my least favorite of the three that we've done, but it was still good. I mean, like, it was still beautiful in there.
They did a great job.
Yeah. Moving on. What are we doing now?
I have no idea.
Okay, let's go.
Dueling Dragons, Choose Thy Fate.
All right, up next is Dueling Dragons, Choose Thy Fate.
Excited.
We are going to follow two warlocks, Blizzrock and Pyrock. Pyrock is the fire warlock, Blizzrock is the ice warlock. This is modeled after the queue of the Dueling Dragons ride that was in Islands of Adventure before they added Hagrid's. We're going to...
Going ice or fire?
I don't know, because at the end of this house, you can actually choose your fate, and you can go fire or ice. You can go Pyrock or Blizzrock. Apparently, Merlin has been turned into some oak tree, and so these two warlocks, fire and ice, are fighting it out to get his book of spells, and we gotta find out who wins. There are 4 different endings to this house. Oh, it's already cool.
He said, "Are you well?" I am. The lady of the lakes. Darkness are inside the castle. The royal family has... Into the cabin beneath the king. Past this point of no return.
Right, so we chose Blizzrock. And I think Blizzrock killed Merlin, if that was what I got out of that. Was that Merlin's head that Blizzrock was holding?
It was Merlin's head, yes.
Pretty sure Merlin got whacked.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, the set was gorgeous in there. I guess we gotta keep on moving. Set was gorgeous in Dueling Dragons, Choose Thy Fates. I was hoping that we'd get like big dragons, and we did at the end. I love the choose your own adventure kind of aspect of that. Apparently there are 4 separate endings. Yeah, no, it was great. I think we're gonna go with Pyrock next time.
Oh, totally, for sure.
So this is our 3rd Yeti house. It's like a series.
Next is Yeti Campground Kills?
Yeah.
Campground Kills. This is supposed to be like the dark humor house, so I'm not sure how scary it will be, although I have heard there are a bunch of jump scares on this house.
Yetis. They gotta be cute, right?
I mean, we did see some Yetis, like the scare actors walking backstage, and they don't look cute, so I'm not sure about that. But this is the last of the soundstage houses, so this will be house number 5, and so far Stranger Things is my favorite, but I'm keeping an open mind. Let's go see some Yetis. What'd you think about that one?
Oh, that was good. I never saw any cute baby Yetis, though.
I never saw any. I did not see any cute baby Yetis. Was there supposed to be baby Yetis? Yeah, it was good.
It was fun. A lot of good jump scares.
Okay, so we have finished all of these soundstage houses on this side of the park. We are going to go through Vamp 69, which will be our first scare zone, which is right in front of the tribute store, on our way to Chucky, which is the house that's kind of taken over Fast and the Furious. So I think we're going to do those and then take a little break after we get those 2 done. Okay, so this scare zone is Vamp 69. It is set in New York around 1969, very 70s themed. Very much, it gives you Woodstock vibes, and then it's somehow tied back to Dr. Oddfellow. I don't really get that story, but it is all about how vampires are like killing everybody at the festival. So there's this horde of vampires walking around everywhere you go. Lots of vampires. That's creepy.
Chucky Ultimate Kill House. So we have decided that we're going to dedicate a house to Chucky, and he shows up and he absolutely hates it.
Next up on the list is Chucky Ultimate Kill Count. I like the idea of this house, even though I'm not a huge Chucky fan, just because it breaks the 4th wall. So they being Universal, like in the story, Universal creates a house themed around Chucky with hundreds of Chucky dolls, and then they invite Chucky. Chucky shows up, does not like the house, and then decides to possess all the dolls and kill everybody. So,
He doesn't like the house because nobody's dying.
Right, because it's a haunted house, not a murder zone.
Yes.
So, anyway, I guess.
So he fixes that.
This is creepy. It's all dark back there. What's with all the lights off in the queue?
I don't know, it's creepy.
I all. Don't even think about it. Come on. Stop with the chuck.
I thought that was super short and it was gonna be over, and it's not. It's not over.
I was thinking, oh, it wasn't as bad.
Not over yet.
Oh, I never skip you.
I hate that little doll.
Man, he's creepy.
Now it's over. That was like 2 houses in one. I was happy that it was over the first time, and then we had to go through it. It wasn't bad.
It wasn't as bad as I was expecting. expecting it to be?
I'm just not a Chucky fan. If you're a Chucky fan, you will love that house. It's a good house. It's well done. It's just...
It's a little gross.
It's a little gross. You gotta love Chucky, and he's killing everybody.
He's killing everybody.
Little Chucky dolls everywhere.
Pretty brutally.
Up next is our second scare zone. It is Shipyard 32. This is where Dr. Oddfellow keeps all of his oddities, or at least did back in the 30s and I guess up until 40s. So apparently there's creatures from previous Halloween Horror Nights that we need to be on the lookout for, but here we go. We're gonna sneak into Diagon Alley and see if we can see some Death Eaters, because they are here in Universal Studios this year.
Can't wait!
Alright, so last year Diagon Alley was a safe zone. This year, Death Eaters are coming out.
I wanna see them.
We gotta be on the lookout.
There he went. He was there and then he left.
I like Death Eaters.
Yeah, that was a cool addition. Like, it just adds a little creepiness to Diagon Alley and the whole, like, just Harry Potter world part of Halloween Horror Nights.
Just outside of Shipyard 32, there is an RIP VIP lounge, RIP lounge, and they have a cash bar and just a place that you can hang out. There's also a cash bar out on the pier. Supposedly you can meet David S. Pumpkins out there at some point, but we looked, we didn't see him. Of course, we didn't go all the way back there, but anyway, we got margaritas and souvenir glasses.
Cheers.
What do you think so far?
Loving it. Loving every minute. I can't wait to come back and just like really get to soak it in and like do it again though, so.
You mean like tomorrow night?
Yeah.
This is set in the Mississippi, in the South. Y'all can tell I'm from the South. So we are going out with Pine Straw Spruce. We're going on his tour across the South. But he decides that he's gonna sell his soul for more fame to the collector.
Up next is The Darkest Deal, which is about a blues musician from the South who sells his soul to the collector to become like super popular. I think a lot of people were actually really looking forward to this. I didn't really connect to the backstory, but I'm trying to keep an open mind.
It's everything you asked for. Right this way. Dixon, your soul is mine. You're mine forever.
That one has so many jump scares. It's actually really good.
Every time I turn around, you're like,
They got me so good so many times.
yeah.
It was a good one. That was a good one.
That was a pretty good one, yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Dr. Oddfellow recruited Jack into his circus, and he is the one that made him into the evil being that we know of him today. Well, we are going to his twisted origins. We are going back to the beginning. You're going to see his circus.
Viking acts of misfortune.
My creatures, half human, half beast. Your souls have been distorted, and you are mine. Kill them!
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Okay, that was actually really good. I really liked that one.
Stranger Things is definitely my number one. But as far as like just original story houses go, those versus the like VIP. Wow. Way to go, Universal.
We haven't done Last of Us yet.
That's
so
true.
Last of Us and Stranger Things were my, like, the two that I was most excited for. So
Yeah.
Stranger Things for me is still top, but these original content houses are like killing it. Like, they are really good. That Dr. Oddfellow is like, that's gonna be one that I do like most times that we come this entire season.
Yeah, that one was fantastic. Darkest Steel was really good. I mean,
Blood Moon Offering was really good. Yeti was
Yeti?
actually even pretty good.
Yeah.
And that one was not one that I was expecting at all. So,
I'm impressed.
I'm impressed. And we've got, what, 2 more? 3 more?
I lost count.
2 more. All right, so up next is Universal Monsters Unmasked. This has been one that I have also been looking forward to for quite some time. I love Universal Monsters houses, and this one happens to be set in the catacombs of Paris, and it also has monsters that we haven't really seen before. So we are talking the Invisible Man, we are talking Hunchback, we are talking Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Has anybody seen the Invisible Man?
I mean, that's fair. Right? That's fair.
Phantom of the Opera.
Phantom of the Opera. Thank you. Here we go. This is the same house that
excited.
Monsters was in last year, and it looks great.
Which one of you said that? You My fingers around your hips. Telling me they're madness. What?
Okay,
Oh
so
my God.
Monsters did not disappoint. That was a good one.
So good.
I need to go back through another couple times to really figure out what all is going on with everything, with 4 different monsters, like so many different storylines, like crossing over. Really good.
That's one of my top contenders. I mean, it was so well done. Such a great mix. Like they knocked it out of the park again with the monsters.
We have 1 more left, and this is another one that I've been looking forward to for quite some time. We actually bought the game once they announced that they were doing this particular house, The Last of Us. I'm so excited about this. So, when they announced they were doing The Last of Us, which by the way, we were watching the show, which has 1 season on HBO Max. We were watching the show, they announced they were doing The Last of Us, but they said it was going to be based off the video game. We immediately went out and bought the video game, and we have been playing it for like 1 to 2 hours every single night for the last 3 weeks. We're like 70% done. I am so excited about this because this is based off of the game. Let's do this.
I'm scared of the clickers.
We're supposed to see clickers, we're supposed to be bloaters, we're supposed to see stalkers.
Oh, I'm really scared of the bloaters, man. Those things are hard to kill in the game.
All of the the bloaters are big.
Ellie, stay down! Spores.
What is that?
Clickers.
Keep going. I'll cover you.
All right, we went through twice. It was amazing.
It's really good.
I don't even know where to go with that. Like, it's fantastic. It follows the story. It's really well done.
It's so good.
It's definitely
so
top
good.
5. I loved it. That's gonna be one that I do a bunch of times this whole season.
Yeah, that was so good. The costuming alone, I mean, props to costuming, like that was fantastic.
We were going through Jungle of Doom.
All right, we've done all 10 houses. We've got 3 scare zones left. The first one that we're gonna come to is actually the first one in the timeline of the 5 scare zones about Dr. Oddfellow. This one goes back to the 1920s, where Dr. Oddfellow went to a jungle somewhere. I don't know. It's called the Jungle of Doom.
There's a lot of fog in that one. A dude came right up on me. It was a little terrifying, but I didn't freak out.
We're walking by Mel's Die-In now, so it's usually Mel's Drive-In.
Next scare zone is the Dark Zodiac. So this is the celestial realm that Jack the Clown got banished to. And when Jack the Clown was here, he made all of our zodiacs into evil zodiacs that are trying to kill you.
What do you think you're doing? All of you, with your cameras and your camera phones and your Instagram and Snapchat and all these worldly mortal things that make absolutely no sense. You're a water sign. You're a Gemini. So you have half a face, and this side is a different face from this side. You're two-faced. I can't trust you. You can't trust Geminis. What is your sign? You're a Cancer. So you're like this. You're a crab. You're just grabbing on things.
All right, so that is gonna do it for Halloween Horror Nights opening night, September 1st, 2023. Halloween Horror Nights 32. What'd you think?
It was fantastic. It is about 1 a.m. I am super tired.
I am very
but
tired.
It was good, and there are people running. I don't understand.
Lots of people running. I don't know.
Honestly, like I want to experience it all again without a camera.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard looking through a lens and like getting everything for all these houses. I will say, just initial thoughts going through everything. I think Stranger Things, Last of Us, Monsters. Those are probably my top 3. Some of the original content houses were really, really good too.
Really good.
I mean, Blood Moon, Dark Offering.
The Yeti,
the Yeti was really good. Darkest Steel was good too. Yeah, there was nothing. Chucky I wasn't wild about. But other than that, Chucky and The Exorcist I was not wild about. But the other 8 houses were phenomenal. We'll be back tomorrow. I can't wait.
Honestly, I think if you like that content, you probably would enjoy those houses.
True.
But we just don't like Chucky or The Exorcist. Like those aren't movies we enjoy. And so I think that's probably playing into that a little bit.
All right, so the only thing we didn't do tonight was the wildfire show, so we'll do that either tomorrow or this coming week. We'll be back multiple times per week the entire season. Thanks so much for following along. We hope you have enjoyed it. We will see you on the next video.
Bye.